Hi, and welcome to Saturday Morning Live. My name is Natasha Cosme Batista, and I'm so excited to be sharing with you a project that is super important to me. Coqui is a Latinx TYA play about a little girl named Ana from the small island of Puerto Rico. And she's given the super important and special job of picking los canepas from the big tree for her abuelos. The story is a twist on the original indigenous story of the Coqui frog, and teaches you about the magic of thinking big, grande. I wrote this play because I never really saw myself represented in any theater, movies, or plays. And one of the best advice I ever received in college was if I didn't see myself represented, well, write the play. And I did. And I'm so excited to be sharing it with you. We will present this play and the activities of this play over 3 sessions. Session 1, this session, we'll talk about the experiences, research, and cultural references for the play. Session 2, you'll get to see the play, which we filmed just for you. And in Session 3, we'll have the students from the University of Texas at Austin leading you through some activities and reflection from the themes that we see in the play. But first, I would love to tell you a little bit about myself. I recently graduated from the University of Texas at Austin from the You Teach Theater program in May. And now I am a first-year teacher at Etoile Academy Charter School, teaching art, music, and theater to some amazing middle school students. I was born in Fort Hood, Texas, and all my family is from Puerto Rico, my second home. And I'm Taino, which means I'm indigenous. But what does that mean? What does it mean to be indigenous? Well, I have a really great and amazing friend here to help us understand what that means.
Hi everybody, my name is Mario Alberto Olincoyo Ramirez. I play Coqui, Huracan, and the ancestor in the play. As Natasha mentioned, I'm going to be talking a little bit about indigeneity. For me, indigeneity really refers to the relationship that we have to land and water. So in many different indigenous languages, we don't have a word for indigenous. So a lot of the times indigenous peoples refer to themselves as the people in their own language. So a lot of the times the translation to English or Spanish or a colonial language doesn't translate to what it means for the peoples. My family comes from a small rancho called Cruz del Lorza, which is in what is currently known as northern San Luis Potosí, Mexico. We are Guachichil Chichimeca, and that translates to the red people or the people with the red band. And we have migrated all the way here to what is currently known as Central Texas. Indigenous peoples have been migrating for generations and generations, and those migrations are still happening to this day. Due to colonialism and borders and different things that have happened throughout time, a lot of those journeys have different obstacles now. But it's very much important to say that indigenous peoples are still here, we are very much still alive, and we're taught in history that we're no longer present and we're very much still here. A lot of history that we're taught is that history starts in 1492 when Columbus sailed the ocean blue, but that is not the truth. There's very much a lot of rich culture, history still present even before Columbus reached here to what we know as the Americas or Turtle Island. And it's really important. I encourage everyone to go and learn about the different indigenous peoples, First Nations peoples that have been in the land of where you're currently at right now. So in this play, we're specifically talking about the indigenous peoples of Puerto Rico, which are the Taino people. And right now, the culture of Puerto Rico is very much a huge mixture of the indigenous peoples, the Tainos, and the African movements and diaspora, which means the migrations due to what happened with the African enslavement movement from the other side of the world to the Americas. And so we try to incorporate that culture, that movement, all together to really bring to life the peoples, right, to represent Puerto Rico as it is. In the movement, some of the movement pulled was inspired by bomba, which is a very good example of Taino rhythms, Africanist rhythms, all combined together to what is currently known as Puerto Rico. Since I'm not Taino and I'm Guachichil Chichimeca, I had to do a lot of research and consultation with a lot of Taino descendant friends or Puerto Rican friends to really bring alive the rhythm, the culture, and the movements of Puerto Rico. A lot of that consultation looked like talking about history, the Africanist movements, the rhythms, what it looks like to bring in these different elements to make it alive. So as someone who is really working on truly living my indigeneity or the indigenous reciprocity, a lot of what we do as indigenous peoples is kinship. And kinship is the building of relationships, being able to be in good relationship with one another, that being a friend, a peoples, or even nations. And so fortunately, due to kinship and being able to share that reciprocity of culture, we're able to fully unite together. Because truly, as a dancer and as a mover, dance is meant to unite, not divide. So I truly feel like during this process, I was able to do that rather than make all indigenous people look the same, really share that there are so many different types and different peoples and different cultures, because even within Puerto Rico, I'm sure there's very different peoples and different ways of being indigenous. So on the topic of indigeneity, currently some of the First Nations peoples and indigenous peoples of where we are currently right now in Central Texas are the Lipan Apache, the Comanche, the Coahuiltecan, the Tonkawa, the Kickapoo, and amongst other indigenous peoples and tribes and unrecognized peoples as well that have been here for many generations and continue to take care of the land and water throughout their families and are in constant relationship to maintain the life of these lands. During the process of Koki, I really enjoyed bringing to life the spirits of the storytelling of Koki the frog, of Huracan, and the ancestor. And I loved learning about the history and the essence of these spirits, this history and this story, and how important it is to be connected to one nature, but also how these elements integrate with our lives, right? Because of the Koki, we were able to know that Huracan was coming, and how that's still very much a very live thing today of how we're in relationship with the Koki, how Puerto Ricans are in relation with the Koki. So I've never heard of Koki, but I hope to one day hear it in person. I recommend all youth to truly look into their ancestry, to the lands that you're currently living on, the indigenous peoples and the original caretakers and the support that they need. How are they supporting the land and the water? You know, are you building a relationship with the land and the water? Are you speaking to plants? Maybe you're called to rocks, and really pulling to what is that medicine inside of you that calls you. And, you know, to all families, I also recommend all families to truly look into the indigenous peoples of your land, their struggles, the obstacles, perhaps what needs they need and how you're able to support, perhaps donate, or even support them at their local events, and how you can truly get involved with a movement called the Land Back Movement, or supporting Water is Life or water protectors out there. That way, you know, they can have the support and the safety, because truly indigenous peoples are always at the front lines of all of us. Indigenous peoples are always truly fighting for all of us and all of our rights, human rights.
Thank you so much, Mario, for talking about your indigeneity and what it means to be indigenous. Now, the play not only has English and Spanish, but traditional Taino language. And I would love to share some new words with you today. Are you ready? Okay. One of the first words we will learn is Koki. Koki is a small tree frog native to Puerto Rico. The Koki frog got its name from its beautiful singing voice. It sounds like this. I love that sound. We also have the word quenepas. Quenepas are a sweet fruit also located in Puerto Rico. They look like this. They're also called Spanish limes because they look like a lime, but they're not. The next word we're going to learn is macuto. Macuto is a deep basket made of vines. Can you say macuto? Very good. This next word is one of my favorites. It's nanichi. Nanichi means my love or my heart. Another word you will hear is kai, which is island, or maca, which is tree. Now, this next word is a little scary, but it's called Huracan. Huracan is the spirit of storms. Ugh, We also have a resource packet linked below for you and your family and friends where you can find some of these words. In the play, I wrote a song called The Coqui Song. The Coqui Song is written in Spanish, and it means a lot to me because we get to hear not only the coqui sound that it makes at night when it sings us to sleep, but it reminds us to think big, grande, even when we feel small, just like the coqui frog. I know some of us already speak Spanish at home, so help me by singing along with us. Now it's time to learn the coqui song, the song you'll be hearing in the next session. And I have a really special guest. Her name is Genevieve, and she actually plays Ana in the play. She's going to help us learn the song.
Hi, my name is Genevieve Schroeder Arce. I am 15 years old, and I'm a sophomore. And Ana in this play is 8 years old. That was a fun process, trying to play very much younger than I am. I am so glad to have been able to share this beautiful, wonderful play. It's so important to reconnect with your indigeneity. I know that for me, the experience of reconnecting with my indigeneity was so important. I learned to reconnect with my ancestors and with the water and with the earth. And learning where I came from taught me so much about how to move through the world now. I especially learned so much of this knowledge from my actual abuelo and abuela, and I am forever grateful for all of the knowledge that they have taught me. I myself am Coahuitecan. I still do not know which tribe exactly that I came from, but I was adopted by the Miyakan Garza tribe when I was very young. So I've been learning with them ever since. I'm so glad that all of you young people are tuning in right now, and I hope that you enjoy learning this song with me. All of the entire song is in Spanish, and I know that we have a couple of people here who already know Spanish, maybe. So feel free to join in and sing along to the verses that we have, and I will be teaching the song at first. So I'll sing a part of the song and you will repeat it after me. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get started. So the first line is La coqui está muy pequeña, and that means the coqui frog is very small. So repeat after me. La coqui está muy pequeña. Good job. The second line is La coqui me canta a dormir, and that means the coqui sings me to sleep. So repeat after me. La coqui me canta a dormir. Awesome. So the next line is Aunque coqui es pequeña, and that means although the coqui frog is very small. So repeat after me. Aunque coqui es pequeña. Good job. The next line is Ella siempre está muy feliz, and that means she's always happy. So, Ella siempre está muy feliz. Yay! So now I'm going to sing a little bit of the song, and feel free to sing it with me. La coqui está muy pequeña. La coqui me canta a dormir. Aunque coqui es pequeña, ella siempre está muy feliz. Woohoo! Awesome job, you guys. Thank you so much for learning this song with me.
Alrighty, my friends, that's the end of session 1, but thank you so much for joining with me today. I wanted to quickly thank the National Theater, the Indigenous Cultures Institute, and the University of Texas at Austin for supporting me in making this play. And I'll see you on March 5th, where we get to see Coqui. Have a great day. Bye!